Hello, boys and girls. I am here to talk to you about 3 different math concepts today using time. And I just wanted to review really quick. Do you remember what type of clock this is? Starts with an A. Analog. I have a watch. I don't have it with me, but I have an analog watch. But a lot of you at school have the Fitbit watch, and I believe that's digital. And then I have my phone too, and it shows the time up here, which is also digital. So I'd like you to use those terms whenever we are talking about time, especially when we know what type of clock it is. Okay, so today I'm going to go over 3 examples of time, elapsed time with you. So I'm going to take you on the first one together. So if you are at your desk and you have a pencil, a piece of paper, or a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker, which is what I have, please get that out so we can do this together. Okay. So this is a word problem, and I'm just going to tell it to you. And I made it up, but hopefully it'll be a fun one for us all. So it is 8:30 in the morning. The reason you can tell it's 8:30 in the morning is because it says AM. That's how we know. If it said PM, it would be 8:30 in the evening. Okay? So it's 8:30 in the morning, and you and I, and the whole class, on our magical, not real vacation, we are going to go to the airport, and we're going to take a trip to, where should we go? Oh, I like that idea. That's a good one. Let's go to Hawaii. So we are going to leave, our flight leaves 2 hours and 30 minutes later. Okay? So right now it's 8:30 a.m. We're packing, we're getting ready to go to the airport, all of us on our Hawaii vacation so we can scuba dive, go on some hikes, maybe see the volcanoes. And in 2 hours and 30 minutes, our flight leaves. So we have to be ready in line at the airport, okay? How are we going to know what time that is? I want you to look at 8:30 and 2 hours. You know how many minutes are in 2 hours. So 60 is in 1 hour, 60 is in another hour, so you can add 60 plus 60, or 60 times 2, okay? And so over here we could do 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, right? 2 hours, but we can't forget hour 30 minutes. So it's 10:30 a.m., 30 more minutes would be, adding the 30, 11 a.m. So we would need to be at line in the airport. Our flight is leaving at 11 a.m. So when you look here and you see 8:30 and 11, there's 2.5 hours and 30 minutes between these 2 times. Would you agree? So today you're going to be looking at some more example problems and figuring out how much time is in between and looking at it different ways. Is it 2 hours and 30 minutes away? Does it say 11 a.m.? Lots of different ways to tell time. Now the second problem I'm going to show you has to do with elapsed time, and these are a little more tricky, but I want you to think about everything you know about regrouping with subtraction and borrowing with addition and making friendly numbers. So I want you to be thinking about our number talks and how we make problems easier to solve, okay? So I'm just going to give you an algorithm here so you can write this down with me. 15 hours, 20 minutes, minus, that's the minus symbol right there. We're going to use that in time. Hours, 36 minutes. Okay. So I want you to look at this problem. Let's read it together. 15 hours and 20 minutes minus 7 hours and 36 minutes. Just a regular subtraction problem involving time. Okay, so if we were to subtract 15 minus 7, we can do that easily. The 15 is larger than the 7, right? Here's where we run into our problem. 20 minus 36. The 20 is not larger than the 36. So we've run into a problem. We're going to need to regroup. So I'm looking here at the 15, and what I'm going to do Let's cross out the 15 and make it 14. Now, since I crossed it out and I made it 14, I still have 60 minutes, right? Because that other hour is 60 minutes. So I'm going to tack that on to my 20. Okay? I got it from right here, and I'm tacking it onto the minutes right here. And you just add, like regular, 0 plus 0, 6, 7, 8. So now we got 14. I'm going to rewrite it to keep organized. I always like to rewrite things to make sure we keep our space organized. I'm rewriting the whole problem. Now let's see if it's easier to solve based on that strategy we just used. 14 hours minus 7 hours. We can do that, right? We know that. 80 minus 36. Can we do that? Is the 80 larger than the 36? Absolutely. Okay, so then you're good to go and you subtract like normal. Okay, now you might see some addition problems like that, and they're asking you to add the time. So very similar, but let's work on one together. Okay, and you can go ahead and write what I have here. I'm gonna write it and then show it to you, so I'm not turning sideways all the time. 7 hours, 40 minutes, plus 3 hours and 25 minutes. Got my equal sign. That's an equation, right? If it has an equal sign, it's an equation. So what I can do here, when I'm adding, take 7 and 3. And when I'm adding, this doesn't have to be bigger or smaller than the other, so I can just add like normal. So 7 and 3. And then let's add 40. And you can set it up like this. You can do it in your head, whatever your best strategy is. So I've got 10 hours and 65 minutes. I would like to ask you though, is there another way we could write this? If you look there at the bottom, 10 hours and 65 minutes. We do know that 60 minutes are in an hour, right? So what if we take 60? We've got 5 minutes left over. And we tack on that and make this 11 hours and 5 minutes. We could also word it like that, whatever you prefer though. So I hope you enjoyed doing these problems. You'll definitely get some more practice today with your math work, and I'll be available. Please email me if you need help. We can meet up on Zoom, and I'll see you soon. Bye.